Hello and welcome to Two Man Meta. On today's episode we're doing something different. We've got some miniature war games to look at for a change. So this is the Battletech Beginner Box. So we're just going to do a quick unboxing of this because I know nothing about it, and we're going to blame my friend Beaker for this one. I will link to his Instagram in the description. Basically, looking at his pretty models on Instagram has convinced me to buy this. I was into Battletech as a kid, and I decided that I'm finally going to get into the game, seeing as I've been looking at it for 20 years. So let's first start off with some of these mechs. So everything in this comes pre-built, which is a nice change of pace for me, not having to build any minis. And these, I must say, aren't as bad as I was expecting for pre-built minis to be. They come on hex bases as well, because it's a grid system in this game, so that's quite cool. Can't argue over movement and tape measures that are slightly longer than people think they are, because there aren't any tape measures unless you play a separate version of the game. So just 2 minis in this game. This is like the absolute bare bones starter set. So golden rule, I think this is like a novella. Yeah, it's a novella, so that's quite cool. There's tons of lore for this. There's like 97 full-on novels, I think, or 95, I can't remember. So what else have we got in here? We've got some pilot cards, I think these are. So pilot cards. So these are special abilities that you can upgrade your mechs with, basically, like putting a pilot card onto an X-Wing ship as far as I'm aware. As I say, we're going in blind like we always do on this channel. Dice that are ugly and will never be used and instantly thrown away. Okay, this is cool. Ah, some nice art there. Let's take it out of the packaging so we can see it better. Look at that. That is cool. So these are basically character sheets in the game. This is a skirmish size game, really, and there's a lot to it. Like, that is essentially your health for each section of the mech. Now I'll probably do a breakdown like I would for doing a card anatomy on these later on, but this is just going in blind, having a look at what we've got. So we've got a couple of different versions for each of the mechs. So what have we got? Ah, we've got some mechs that we haven't got in here as well. And that, I believe, is because we have cardboard standees to use in this game as well, just to kind of bulk it out but keep it cheap. So here is your quick start rules. So there's a lot of stuff that isn't in here, apparently, like mechs can overheat and stuff like that while they're fighting. That's not in these rules. You need really the core game as well. This is like an absolute beginner's guide, and I thought I'd buy it, even though I was recommended to just jump into the armoured combat box, because it's just a nice little way to get in. Probably buy a lot more as well. So we've got some fluff stuff here with the inner sphere, showing you the universe a bit, explaining the mechs. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Adverts, that I have not seen. That is cool. When you've got mechs that are several bases, that is just awesome. Yeah, that's cool. So finally an advert I appreciate in a game. So here we have, obviously, cardboard standees for the other mechs we can use in this game. It's cardboard at the end of the day, it's nothing special, it's going to get thrown away as soon as you get the mechs, but it's just nice to have for an absolute beginner, so you can throw a few more mechs on the table while you're learning. We've also got scenery, essentially, because everything's done in hex grid bases, so these you just throw down. I like the fact that it says what it is on it as well. Light cover, heavy cover. That's just nice to stop arguments, especially when you're starting out. Everyone can see exactly what it is at the beginning. Kind of just blank on the back. I guess you could use that for raised elevation or something. I don't know. or on the maps you might be able to blank out some scenery that is there on the brown one. So maps, this is what, wow, too big to fit in the picture. But yeah, it's already got some terrain fixed, positions on the map. You can obviously put the blanks down over that to get rid of it. If you want to change it up a bit, you can add the extra hexes as well. Double-sided. So we've got some nice greenery on the other side. Now, I will say that these being paper is not the best. You know, the cardboard ones that are in all the Games Workshop products nowadays are really nice, but this is keeping costs down. I picked this box up for about £20, which seems like a really nice entry point, even if you do only get 2 mechs. I'm told that there are 2 different versions of this beginner box as well, so apparently you have to pick up certain boxes to get certain mechs, but the game is models agnostic, I'm told, which means you can use just about anything. There's loads of 3D printing for the mechs and stuff like that. So it's not too much of a hassle to get into this game, and I'm looking forward to painting these models. I cannot wait because I have got some really interesting stuff to try on these that I've never seen before. So that is pretty much a quick breakdown of the Battletech Beginner Box from Catalyst Games. I gotta say, I really like what you get in here. Okay, you don't get that many models for a £20 box, but you've got your map, you've got multiple character sheets essentially for your mechs, and some that you don't have in the box that you can use the cardboard stands for, so that's pretty nice. Again, you've got the cardboard stands and the cardboard scenery essentially. So all in all, I don't think that's a bad little box. It's obviously not going to be the best value for money when you compare it to some of the bigger ones, like the full game box essentially. But it's still worth a little play with, I think. So I'm going to take this away and play with it, and then probably break down the rules for the game and do some more unboxings for this stuff if I get on with it later on. If you enjoyed this episode of 2Man Meta, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date as we release multiple episodes each week. If you would like to help support the channel, check out the links in the description below, as well as links to our social media pages. Thank you for watching. See you next episode.